Um, I'm with Lucky. We are doing chapter 9, which is to connecting to an API to persist data. So the first thing that we had to do, we had to install this command, the GJSON server, and then we went to our to-dos JSON file um, there, and then we had to type this out, and then we fetched this from our app.js. We just transferred to our to-do, and then we opened our source main folder and run this command. And then after that, we went to our localhost 3000 where we will be able to see all the to-do list data there. And then after that, we went to our file, which is called use API. On our use API, we import the use state from React, we import the Axios, and then we have const use API endpoint, and then we have const data, set data, which is the initial state of empty array. And then we call the data when the component is mounted, we use effects, and then we get data, and then we have the empty object here, array, and then we have const data, and then async, and then we have const response await and endpoint. We return the data and we export default use API. Now after that, we went to our use API, our to-do list.js. We import React, use context, use state effect, and then we import um, table form button from React, and then we import. Oh, actually, these ones we had them. Now we just import use API from use API, and then we have function to do list, and then we have cost, state dispatch, and then we have um, use state force. We have the null, and then we have the edit and add, and then we have const endpoint, and then we have our local host HTTP 3000, and then we have const save to dos, and then we have use effect dispatch type, and then after that, we went to our app.js. On our app.js, we have function to do reduce our state action, and then we have switch method, we have case get, and then we return, and then we have case add, and then after that, we have the delete request to remove to dos. We have on click, our way to delete, and then now we want to performing post request to add to dos. We import this WID, and then we have the function and the const handle submit, and then we have the asynchronous, and then the event, and then we prevent default, and we use statement if edit mode um, there is it's wrong, if the edit mode what we're doing is undefined, it will have to be null or false, or else if it's the right thing, it will just add. And then we went to our app.js, and then we removed the const new to do. We were left with const added to do's, and then we have the return. And then we went to perform our patch request to update to do's, and then we have const handle submit async event, and then we have event prevent default our, and then we have await Axios patch endpoint, and then this is what we have to see. And then we went on our body. On our body, we mapped our to do, our on click, and then the editing, and then we have a button link where edit, and then we have on click again for deleting, and then this how it's supposed to look like on our chapter 8, and then on our um and and then let me see. So these are the final codes, and then on the summary, they said with this knowledge, you can move on and build more complicated enterprise level, fully functional React applications on your own. hopefully you enjoyed this book and would like to learn more from me. So let's just put what we're talking about on test. Uh, our app is already running. So the first thing that we need to do here is to add, um, like we've been doing on the previous chapter. So we're gonna add maybe we're gonna say pray. We're gonna add pray, and then we'll add here. And then after that, we need to come here and we're supposed to see it somewhere. There it is. But we are allowed and able to delete. So if we delete and go and refresh, praying must be gone. There's no longer praying. And we can go and edit. If we can edit and maybe change this one to capital letter and say running, and then when we add, and then when we come here, we're supposed to see it. There it is. It is the there's the ID and then the text. So yeah, that's what we were doing. I don't know if like there's something to add or to ask.
Now, I do have something to add. I enjoyed the book. Thank you, Guru, for driving
Oh, meet on the main stack.
our shop.
Yeah.